So today we're going to go over GoHighLevel's brand new AI voice bot, and we're also going to go over the AI employee. So stay tuned and build along with us. So for some of you that are out there that haven't seen this yet, this has been by far one of the best additions I've seen, and it actually is working pretty well. Now today what we're going to do is we're going to show you a big part of the AI employee, which is the AI voice bot, and we're going to show you some other features that get activated when you add the AI employee. Now to be very clear, everybody's price is going to be a little bit different because it's based on whatever the agency is charging. Now what I'm going to show you today is how to activate it on the agency side, and then basically how to use different components of the bot, what each of them do, and then we're going to spend a little bit of time on the AI voice bot, and we're actually going to try to use all AI to build a med spa live so we can make sure that it actually works, and we're going to test it a few times just to ensure that we get everything that we can out of it, right? So first, to start off with, what you're going to do is you're going to come into your system, you're going to go into your agency. Inside your agency, when you go here, you're going to go over to settings, company, and then all the way down on the company side, you are going to go and ensure that you're going to turn on the AI employee, which is this little area right here. Once you do that, you're going to go in, and if you want to activate it for a specific sub account, once you do that, it will automatically come on, and then you can go ahead and set your pricing under the reselling, which is going to be located right about here. If you hit the go back button and you hit the reselling, you could select the price point that you're going to have directly in here, and it's under the AI reselling opportunity there. Once you're done with that, if you want to add it to a specific sub account, which we're going to do here, I'm going to type in the sub account, and this is going to be our play sub account here that we're going to do. I'm going to come in now, because I'm the one that is using this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to reselling. I click on reselling, and I'm going to incur the cost myself. Normally I wouldn't do this, but because this is going to be somebody that we have now, I'm going to go ahead and incur, hit pay now, and we're going to activate the whole entire unlimited usage for the AI employee. Now, for anybody that wants to read up a little bit more, I'll include the link to LevelUp Day. A LevelUp Day was basically the day that they went over all the features. And if you go into LevelUp Day, you're going to notice that there's a big section called AI Employee. And when you click on this, there is a whole bunch of information that you can go through here and discussing all the different things the AI employee can do. It is a very cool update. I'll make sure to include it. And then on top of it, you also have the ability of going to the support documents. And there is a bunch of GoHighLevel support docs that are going to help you here too. One including the pricing of how all this works. Now, from my understanding, based on what we've kind of put together, the way the AI basically charges is going to happen is you're going to charge whatever that monthly fee is that is going to give you unlimited usage for all the different AI tools. Now, what's important about that is that some usage is still going to have other charges. So for instance, if the bot sends an email, you're going to get charged the regular email fee. If the bot uses voice, you're going to get charged the regular voice fee on top of the 97. And as far as those other charges, you're not going to be charged those because those are included in whatever charge it is for the monthly fee that you're paying for that particular AI employee, right? In whatever software you're using. So if I come in here and I literally do voice AI, just to kind of give you a brief rundown, a lot of the updates have been already here, and you have a whole thing of the AI voice agents, everything that it does. You can even have the AI employee if you put it in here, and it goes over everything already. These have been pretty updated. And if you click on AI employee, it not only gives you that, but it charges the usage limit, and it talks about your unlimited plan and what's covered. So very clear here. We had a bunch of questions on it, how this is all going to work. But again, with the AI employee, we're looking at voice AI, conversation AI, reviews AI, content AI, funnel AI, and the workflow AI assistant. Now we're going to go over some of these today because we are going to build this completely with AI inside the account. So let's go ahead and get to it, right? So I'm going to go ahead, now that I've activated my employee, I'm going to go to the account that's in question. And once I get into the account in question, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go first to sites. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a med spa site with very little interaction. Now that I have the activated AI employee, I'm going to go to new funnel, and you're going to notice that you have funnel AI. Now, again, this is still beta, before all the judgment comes in about like maybe the funnel's not going to look right, the wording's going to be off. Yes, it is going to have a couple things off, but the fact that it creates what it does and maybe the pictures are off of everything else, it gives you a really good baseline for you to go in and redesign and build whatever you want. Hey, we want to interrupt this video for a quick little minute to just let you know that I hope you're enjoying this video. We want to thank you for being here, but more importantly, we are hoping that this content helps you do whatever you're trying to do inside of HighLevel. We also want to let you know that you have options to get additional help. We offer a $197 a month VIP coaching program that includes 4 days of office hours, first come, first serve with Andy or myself, where we go in and we answer any of your questions that you might have live with a group setting for other people that are also working in HighLevel. We also have a VIP group where we answer questions directly one-on-one with anybody posting in that group to give you the absolute best support. It also comes with a bunch of other features, including our funnel brick system, our little mini course, and more importantly, a couple guides that'll help you through this, and also including our SOP library that we use for pretty much everything inside of our agency. So thank you for this quick little minute, but more importantly, go back to the video, get whatever you need, and if you have any questions that we can answer inside the video, just drop a comment on the video and we'll make sure to answer whenever we get a chance. And now back to the show. So let's go ahead and start with the funnel AI. I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to call it Blissful Basics Med Spa. All right. And I'm going to look up spa to see if we can get a health spa, which is kind of what it is. Day spa, whatever you want to do. We're going to go ahead and put it a health spa, and we're going to go ahead and hit next. Now, it's going to ask you 3 basic questions. And I want you to keep that in mind. It is only asking 3 questions, and it's going to generate an entire funnel. Now, what you're going to do in here is it says, I am looking for my health spa funnel, whatever. The business is to generate more leads. No, we actually want to book appointments, and we want the tone to be persuasive in the sense that we want to kind of guide them into making an appointment with us so we can get clients, right? And right with that, answering these 3 questions, all I'm going to do is generate, and pretty much it's going to generate the funnel. Now, I'm going to put this on pause for a second, let this thing generate itself, because it does take about like anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, but we're going to pause the video so you guys don't get tortured by that, and we're going to go on. All right, cool. Now, again, it took the name, put it in here, Discover Tranquility and Rejuvenation at Blissful Basics Med Spa, your sanctuary for mind, body, and spirit wellness. Awesome. Colors are a little off, not the colors are selected. It obviously didn't have a logo for me, but these are all things I can go in to replace. I got buttons on the page. I have different sections all kind of set out. Again, the pictures are a little bit off, but it's completely cool because then I can go ahead and get new pictures, right? So I have my funnel kind of laid out. Again, I'm not going to go into the details. I can add whatever it is, but notice that it had an FAQ. It has a testimonial area. It has different things that I can definitely make into different sections or different offerings and services. But again, I answered 3 questions and it literally took about 3 minutes. Not a big loss in my opinion. Is it kind of needs a little love and care? Absolutely. But man, does it give me a starting point to just kind of go at it if I wanted to create a very simplistic funnel page. For the new people coming on, this is pretty amazing. But again, think about what it just did in a very short amount of time. So that's pretty much the funnel AI. Buttons won't work. You have to activate the buttons. You have to put in your pop-ups. Again, this is not service related, so you're gonna have to create calendars, but man, what a heck of a head start. Now, make believe I wanna come in here and I wanna improve this, right? I can come in here and if I highlight it, what I need is this right here. I can use AI to improve writing. Now, because I have the unlimited AI employee, I have this all in here and I can keep regenerating or replacing the text for whatever I want. Indulge in all-encompassing skin care therapies, harness the power. This is pretty good. I'm just gonna hit replace the text. If I wanted to replace the headline, come in here. Again, you gotta kind of hover over it a little bit, and then you get the AI. And then fix grammar errors, make it a little bit longer, improve writing. I'm gonna go ahead and improve writing again. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead, unleash. Yeah, I like that, that's fine. And then here, if I wanna make this one, like let's say a little bit longer, come in here and I'm gonna say generate with AI. And I'm gonna give a description of what I want. So now it gives me a little bit better. Describe skincare services for a med spa. Again, I'm being very uneventful here. I'm going to say large amount of content because I want to filling out that entire space. Any additional options, I can select the writing tone. Professional, excited, again, persuasive is what I'm going to go. And then number of variations 3, and I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. All right, misspelled things, I could give a better description. You guys are kind of getting the feel for it, right? Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. But at the end of the day, again, we're generating this with all AI. I'm kind of keeping hands off of it on purpose. And then we're going to keep progressing on this. Again, beautiful. It comes in here. Look at this, 388 words. There's another variation. I actually want this variation, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue, and now it fills the whole entire thing. Now you can make it shorter, bigger, take away the image, maybe make this single column, make it prettier, whatever you wanna do. And now look, I have like a whole area where I talk about all of our luxurious services or whatever it is, right? I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. So image AI, still a work in progress. I think you can do it from the media side. I'll go and look into that in a few seconds. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna now come out of here and I'm gonna get to one of the most exciting parts, which is gonna be the voice AI. So in order to use voice AI, you definitely need an LC number, not a Twilio number. It will not work with Twilio. And the LC number has to be registered and has to have A2P verification, or else some of the messages are not going to go through. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to go to settings. And if everything was activated the way you had to add it to the actual account, you're going to see AI agents in here, and we're going to connect AI agents. And what's really cool is we're going to create our first agent together. So again, just to recap, you need to have all this turned on, right? From the agency side, you need to ensure if you paid for it, if you want the unlimited. Now, honestly, if you just use your regular account and it's been activated at the agency side, you do get a lot of free credits that you can play around with this. Honestly, just try that out first to see if this is something you're going to use. For instance, this business, it is something I'm going to use because this is going to be a med spa business that we're opening up with my wife. And I want to make sure that that has everything AI because it's only going to be her for a really short time until she builds her business, right? So this makes a lot of sense for her business. Paying something like $97 a month versus a full-time receptionist is quite a big savings and quite a big deal. So I'm in here. I went into settings. I went into AI agents. I hit create agent. And now I'm going to name my agent. It's going to start with name, Molly. All right. The business name is Blissful Basics LLC. We like Samantha. We tried a bunch of these. Samantha's really cool. You have Phoebe, who has like a little bit of a British accent. It's pretty cool. It's whatever you want to do. Now, it only right now takes inbound calls. Inbound calls is actually exactly what we're looking for because it's going to act as a receptionist, and outbound calls are going to come later. Now, I will tell you though, you got to be very careful with outbound calls when it happens. And I guarantee this is going to have a lot of rules and regulations to it because it is right now allowed to do robocalls, which are considered automated AI calls, right? So you're going to want to make sure that you check the rules when that does come out. I'm kind of preempting all this, right? And again, this is just the beginning stage. We're kind of still in a really big beta. So by the time this releases and keeps getting updated, we're going to have more and more features happening. So the agent's initial message is exactly how you want the greeting to be. Hey, you reached Blissful Basics. How can we help you today? Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And I do want to collect name and email and the context issue. I don't need address because people are going to come to us, not the other way around. With businesses that need addresses because you have to actually physically go to a location, you definitely want to make sure that that happens. I do want to trigger a workflow when completed. I don't have the workflow selected, but we are going to create a workflow and then come back to this and put this on. And I want to receive a notification to the context assigned user of everything that happened basically inside the call, because I kind of want to make sure that people see that this is happening. If that person has a very specific email that they want this to go to, you would select custom email instead. So we got all this kind of selected, but notice that there's this cool button right here that says switch to advanced mode. We're going to do just that, right? So we're going to click switch to advanced mode. And now look at this. You have an actual prompt that you can leverage. And you're going to notice that set up your actions to trigger a workflow, update a contact field, send SMS, call transfer, and so forth and so on. We are going to spend a little time here because we are going to build this out. So what I'm going to do is I actually created, and our VIP members that are in our group have access to this, a voice AI prompt helper that will actually write the prompt based on the rules that HighLevel provided in here. Now, I already kind of have this all done, so I don't want to keep doing it, but just so you kind of see the finished work, we kind of put all information of all the different things it does and exactly what it needs. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically copy these instructions, all right? And we are going to copy that and we are going to drop it directly in here, all right? Now, this is going to give exactly the instructions, everything that it needs to do, the person's name. Actually, I don't know why that didn't copy the name. Oh, it didn't copy. So copy. Start this again, Control A, Control V. There we go. Now it copied. All right, now I have all the things. And what I'm going to do is before I go anywhere else, let me tell you how cool this thing is. So in the prompt instructions, depending on the situation that's happening, it will do certain actions based on the things you select in here. And you can select multiple one of those. So let me give you an example. I call the spa. I'm frustrated. I'm an angry customer. The bot will detect that I'm angry and will try to transfer me based on the action that I set up here to the manager based on that call transfer. So what we're going to be doing is setting up a couple of these to give you an idea of how cool you can make this thing, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is the call transfer. Action name is customer upset, okay? Number to transfer to, I'm going to blur this out, but I'm going to do another number, okay? When should the call transfer take place? If the customer expresses anger or wants to speak to the manager or owner. Okay? What to say before the transfer. I am going to try to transfer the call. If no one answers, please leave a voicemail, as I also will send them a text message to ensure they get back to you. All right, because that's exactly what I want to happen. You know, make believe they transfer it over to somebody else. The person doesn't pick up. Person's frustrated and angry. You're going to leave a pretty nasty voicemail. I also want to send a text message to the manager, owners, different people, whoever I want in order to do that. And I'm already having a number that I'm putting in that's going to go in. Notice that when you put in a number, you got to put the +1 to ensure that it puts the area code in and actually does the dial out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit save. Probably want to click that action name. I put customer upsetter. But basically you can create as many of these as far as call transfers. So if you're working on different shops and anything else, you can do that. And if you want to go back and change it, you come in here, like for instance, I made a mistake. I want to fix this. And I want to hit save. Now, a lot of this, honestly, want to make sure, because I paid for the unlimited, so I can test this thing as many times as I want. You're going to want to do the same thing because you're going to want to see how this thing reacts to different things. It's a med spa. What if all of a sudden somebody calls in and is like, listen, I had a treatment on your son, I'm having a heart attack. You're going to say, well, hang up immediately away and call 911. So we want to do that. So I'm now going to come over to call transfer. And well, actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to give them instructions to hang up because then I don't want to call 911 by mistake because the bot went haywire, right? So actually forget I said that. So now we're going to go to update contact field and we're going to say email, and it's going to be context email. So if I come in here in this alert, email, all right, and it's going to be if the customer provides an email, okay? And then I want to get the person's name also, so I'm going to come over here, name, and just know that I'm in update contact field, and this is going to be first name, okay, because that's all I need. When customer provides, what to provide, first name of caller, all right? And I'm going to go back. I don't know why I did that. We were supposed to add new field. That was my mistake. So I did name, first name of caller. Let's add another one. Email. And this is going to be email. All right. Email of caller. All right. And I'm going to hit save. And then we're going to add one more. Update contact field. And it's going to be last name. All right. And I'm taking my time with this so you guys can see how cool you can make this. And this is going to be last name. And then very easily, last name of caller. Cool. And I'm going to go ahead and hit save. All right, now I have my call transfer if they're upset. I have my update contact field. And now I want to create some workflows that are going to do this. Remember, I added my instructions. I remade the bot. Our VIP customers have access to our prompt helper that will help write this prompt. If not, you could just copy it. Don't maneuver it too much. We didn't strive really away from the prompt. We're receiving an email notification post the call to ensure that everything went right and we can see this call transcript. And I'm just going to hit next for now because what I want to do is I also want to make sure this is also going to be the number that we have assigned, and I can actually set the working hours of the bot. For now, we're going to leave it 24/7 because that's the whole point, right? They can call at any point in time other than when somebody's live, right? So I can do this spot off hours, but considering this is going to be a med spa where like they don't want to put a front office staff there because they're going to be mostly working on clients and then locking the door kind of thing. This is a perfect example of like, just let this thing run all the time. But I want some triggers to happen because what this spot will not do is book physical appointments or collect any kind of payments or have information about very detailed products. Now, it's a service spa, right? A med spa. It might have 17 services, 5 services, all different prices, all different kind of calendars and equipment stuff. So we're going to have to give them a list or kind of like maybe like a web page that can go in and they can book their stuff in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit the go back button, go to all of my automations. And now what's really, really cool is I'm going to create a folder first. I called it AI Agent Triggers. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a new workflow, right? I'm going to start from scratch because I want to walk you through the new AI workflow assistant so you can kind of see it. So this is going to be AI Triggers, and I'm going to call this calendar request, right? Because this is going to be too many different types of calendars. It's not going to know it, and it can't book yet a calendar. So it's okay. We're going to work on it. I'm not going to have a starting trigger because there's no reason for me to have that because again, it's going to be activated by the bot itself. So I don't need a starting trigger. I'm going to come in here and I can come in here and click on the new workflow helper. Now notice you have 30 credits remaining. This is why I said it. For a lot of people that just want to try this out, As long as you put the AI agent, you don't have to pay for the unlimited. I did because we're planning on using this one, but you don't have to do that. And you can go ahead and do all of that. So here it's going to be very simple. We are using the AI agent and we want to trigger this workflow when someone asks for an appointment, with the goal being sending an email and SMS to the client to book an appointment, okay? I misspelled everything on purpose. I just kind of want to go through all this, right? So now it's thinking, it's going to give us some answers. What's really cool about this is that you come in here and it tells you what actions and testing and everything else. And if you could say, okay, what do I add first? All right, just playing very like, I don't know what I'm doing kind of thing. Hopefully it gives you some suggestions, because what's cool is when you come in here, it does select a trigger, send an email, send an SMS. Now, what I wanted to show you is, now that I asked what to do first, it's giving me, well, here's what you want to do. You want to add a contact tag, you want to create an opportunity, you want to create an email, you want to do all that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the suggestion and I'm going to click on it. Watch what happens. It's blinking. And guess what gets pulled up right now? Create an opportunity or update. Now, I already have a pipeline on lead management. This is going to be a new lead. And we're going to say it's going to be the person's name and phone number. And we are just going to say that this is going to be a new lead. We're going to say AI agent. Okay. And I'm going to hit save trigger. Wow. Cool. Well, I want to add a tag. Click on add a tag. Look what's blinking. Come in here, look at tag. And we're going to say AI agent schedule. Okay. Boom. Add the new tag. And I could probably go back and request schedule. Now what I want to do is maybe update a contact status. I don't want to do that, but you could if you wanted to. And then what I can do is I can go ahead and send the SMS. All right, I hit the plus sign. Now, if it blinks, that's where it's suggesting for it to go. I'm going to come over here and this is going to be calendar link. All right. And for now, we're just going to say, hey, here is the link to our calendar. Please book. All right. And we're just going to put Google for now, because we obviously don't have a calendar yet. All right. And again, put it in a format where the link will actually work. All right. There you go. HTTP, www. All right. Oh, not W, just we can put google.com. All right. And hit save action. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to make that my email too. So I'm going to come over here, copy that. Boom. And I'm going to do my email. All right. From name, if you guys following along, everything that we always train, we're going to do user. We're going to assign a user to this person. So, and then the subject line, please book your appointment here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and make that happen. Boom. Really easy. Again, we're going to go back and make it nicer, but it's creating all that. Well, and one more thing I want to do is I got create an opportunity. I got a tag. It's going to send 2 links and then maybe an internal notification letting somebody know that, hey, this person's just did it. Or again, I could do a task for a follow-up. I could do whatever I want in here, but we're going to keep it super light just so then we can get through this example. And I have my suggestions. I used only 28 credits, but it resets the day. Now, again, if I have unlimited, I don't have to worry about that, which I do because I paid the additional whatever it is a month, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Awesome. Now I'm going to come back over here. What if they call for a list of services, right? I want that one to go. Actually, let me do that again. I didn't save it for whatever reason and publish it. Let me publish it. Sweet. I'm going to come back out of here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's just go ahead and duplicate the workflow. This is going to be AI trigger and it's going to be service requests. Okay. Services request. Oops, sorry about that. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and create, come in here. And again, this will be the requested services. So this is going to be hot responses, add tag, AI agent requested services. So I'm just going to go AI agent request services. All right, add a new tag, hit save action. Now it's going to send them a calendar link. This is going to be services link because they'll have like a full detailed description. You don't want the bot going on, well, this peel is this and this thing does that. And it's going to like take forever to do so. So for instance, you want to know more about our services? You know, here's our service link. Here's the link to our services. You'll have pricing, details, whatever it is. Boom. And we're going to hit save action. Same thing. I'm just going to copy this over here. And I'm going to come over here and just change this. And then here are all of our services. All right. Now I'm also going to do, if they want to speak to the manager, that the manager gets alerted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also create another workflow, start from scratch. And we're going to do AI agent 3. Okay, and it's going to be alert manager because they had a complaint. They're furious. And again, this is going to be just an internal notification. We're going to do SMS, assigned user, and it's going to be you have an upset customer. Come over here, contact, full name. Hopefully we have it. Phone number, contact phone number. And I can make this go back and make it pretty and then even contact email. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and hit save action. Publish this. And now I have basically 3 workflows. I can make them go in and pretty. We use the AI suggested stuff. All that's ready to go. Now let's go back to our AI agent. So I'm going to go back to settings. I'm going to go to my AI agent. I have Molly right here. And the cool part about this is, and why I like it so much, is you can come in here and you can keep working through it. Now I have the call transfer. I have the update contact field. I'm also going to have now the different triggers. This is going to be calendar link. Select the workflow to be published. Remember, I did my AI agent. I have other AI agents, but calendar request. When this trigger, when someone wants to book or see a calendar. Okay? What to say when this works? I am sending you a calendar with all of our services. Please book a time there. Calendar, we'll say via text and email with all of our services, blah, blah, blah. Obviously spelled this right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. Now that I've done that, go back and add upset customer, right? Upset customer. Select the trigger. This is gonna be AI agent, I think it was 3, alert manager. Customer is angry or upset. Just say, I am also alerting the manager. We'll see how that works out because I think I have 2 conflicting ones, but again, you can go back in here and do whatever you want. And then I think I have one more for the services, but guess what? I don't think I named it properly. So again, what I'm gonna do is, I think it's saved already, which is great. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go to my workflows, my automations, I'm gonna go to my AI trigger agents. And oh, I did hit services. I just gotta number these properly, which I didn't do, but I can go back and do that. So let's go back to settings, AI agent, and let's go back to Molly here. Let's go to agent goals. And let's go to another trigger here. And this one is going to be service. Okay. And then this is going to be AI. Let's look for our service request. Customer wants to know about all of our services, the times, the price, and how long they take. Okay. Wants. Okay. I am sending you a list of all of our services via text and email. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. And you can even send SMS depending on what they say and so forth and so on. So we are gonna go ahead and mess around with this thing, right? So I'm gonna put in my number. You guys, this will be blurred out, but you guys can see it. Again, you gotta hit that +1 in order for this thing to work. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to do this live. So we are gonna see if this can call me right now. All right, oh, it's calling. We have it on speaker.
Hey, you have reached Blissful Basics LLC. How can I help you today?
Hey, I'm interested in the services you guys have.
Great. We offer a variety of services like the ZO 3-step peel trademark, enzymatic peel, hydrofacial, PCA skin peel, glycolic skin peel, microinfusion facial with or without PRP, and dermaplaning. Is there a specific service you're curious about?
Well, I kind of want to know how much the service is for one of the peels.
Got it. For the peels, you can find all the pricing in... You're welcome. If you have any more questions or need help with anything else, just let me know.
I do. I didn't get that last part about how much is it going to cost.
No worries. You can find the pricing details for our peels on our service page. If you need help accessing it, just let me know.
Can you send me a list of those services?
I am sending you a list of all of our services via text and email. I've sent you a list of our services. If you have any more questions or need help with anything else, feel free to ask.
Yeah, sure. I kind of want to book an appointment. Can we book an appointment right now?
I am sending you a calendar via text and email with all of our services. Please book a time there. I've sent you a link to book an appointment. You can choose a time that works best for you. Let me know if there's anything else I can help with.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really feeling well. I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Please hang up and call 911 immediately for medical assistance. Your health is the most important thing right now.
Thank you. Well, I kind of changed my mind. I'm not having a heart attack, but I'm actually getting a little angry and I want to speak to a manager.
I am going to try to transfer the call if no one answers. Please leave a voicemail.
So it's actually dialing my mic right now. But I mean, honestly, hey, we're just testing things. Thanks. All right. If it doesn't answer, it's going to go to a voicemail. But how cool is that? Right now, I added the part about 911. It should be 911, but I can go back there and fix that prompt. The prompt is pretty cool the way I had it. That lasted about 1 minute and 55 seconds, but literally it does pretty well. And again, even though it can't book, I can immediately send a link. And here's what I want to show you. All the automations that we talked about, let's see if they were triggered. So if I come in here, we have the services triggered, we have the calendar request because it did get confused with the previous one that was there. It didn't alert the manager, but again, I can go back and change up the language to ensure that this fires correctly. Now, the coolest part about this is that's what I mean about playing. Like I went back and forth, it did go over all the services. It didn't really give me the list until I requested for it and then it sent it out. So there's a couple things that you're gonna have to go back and forth to test this. But how cool is that? That is pretty darn good considering this is like the first iteration of what we have and it makes it happen. So I have my AI voice, I created my AI funnel, I created my AI workflows using the suggestive and everything else. Here's a cool part of it. In that calendar request, I can also give my AI agent the ability of doing conversational AI through the conversational AI piece. Now, if I go over here and the other part of this AI employee is that the second I send a text message, I can start interacting with the customer directly via text and then have that bot take over. How cool is that? So if I come in here and anytime I get a request, I can alert the conversational AI and start the conversation directly in this thread of the calendar request, or I can go to my settings, go to conversational AI version 2, create my bot, which is gonna again be Molly, the booking bot, okay? I can have it on autopilot. I can have it for all the channels, Facebook, Instagram, chat widget, live chat, and I can go ahead and hit save. All right from here, this is definitely gonna be a booking bot. I don't have a calendar per se here yet, but once I have my site fully done, I can go all through the whole entire thing. I can even update like a regular doc. I share it and I make it happen. So for instance, let me give you an example of what I mean. I literally go to Google Doc. I set instructions directly in here. So let's actually go to Google Drive. All right, I'll go ahead and log in, giving you the full rundown of what I'm already doing kind of to make this happen here. Go to my drive and then literally create new, go to a Google Doc. This is gonna be knowledge base for blissful basics. And basically I would list like every single service, hours of operation, addresses, do whatever else. You could do whatever you want into this to make it super easy to build it completely out. Now, again, we're doing this very cold, but you guys kind of get it. I would do all this and we'll just name it properly, but come over here and then write whatever, a full list of services and everything else. Come into share, go to share, do anyone with the link, copy that link, go back over here and paste, get data, and it's going to do the Google Doc. Now, if I have a website, it will pull the website and you can add FAQs and you can start testing your bot. Now, the most important part, if you want it to book, you go to bot goals, you come in here, you set the same personality in here of exactly what it needs to do, but we want to do appointment booking. And you set and you pick up the calendar. This is going to be the discovery call. Again, here will be a little bit different. We're not going to be able to do that because there's going to be so many services and it requires people to book on individual calendars. So for service-based calendars, this won't work right. But if you have like a very standard coaching calendar and it's only you and all you're trying to do is book discovery calls, this is the thing for you. For this situation with the med spa, it necessarily wouldn't work because the calendar is going to have like 17 services. So it's going to be impossible for the bot to read that, at least as of now. At the time of this video, that might change in the near future, but you can leave it where it's just answering questions and doing that. And this can be the main bot. Now, again, for our purposes in training, we are not going to use this kind of bot, so we're going to turn this one off. We're probably going to leave SMS out of it. And then anybody trying to book, we're going to have almost the same thing happen where we're just going to send them links and we're going to build this one out. Again, I won't have enough time to show you all of that, but it would be based on the instructions and the bot goals. So if I come to the bot goals here, I would give a very specific prompts in order to do that. Like your goal is to help people book appointments, send them links here. If they have questions about services, here's a list of all of our services, do this. And if I wanted to book appointments, again, if I was not doing a service-based calendar with the gazillion services, I would leverage that. But in this case, we're not necessarily going to do that. But again, this is another AI employee that can happen for you coming from all different channels that the voice AI wouldn't work. All right, so we did quite a bit. We went over the voice. We went over the conversational AI. Now let's talk about the two things that are left, which is review and content AI. So the review AI is pretty awesome. You're going to come in here. You're going to go to reputation management, which is right here under reputation. Inside of reputation, you're going to go to settings. Inside of settings, you're going to go to reviews AI. You can put it on for Google or Facebook. So if you come in here, you go Google, come over here and you click on Facebook. You could put for auto response to all, wait time 2 hours, and then just a basic response of thank you. So anytime somebody leaves you a review, you can automatically do that. Now, what's really cool about this is there's nothing that you do on your part. This is kind of automatic. You just have to remember that turn reviews AI on, go back in and turn auto responses on, and this will automatically take care of itself. Again, super easy feature under reputations. Once in reputation, go to settings and you kind of have to select it. Select all responses. You can also select for any other stars. I do it for all. Wait 2 hours to respond, and then you have the thank you. But again, you can set this to whatever you want. Now, the other piece of it is content AI. If you go to marketing and you go into, I believe Social Planner has it, and emails and campaigns have it. Those are going to be the areas there along with the funnel, which is what I showed you earlier, right? So I'm going to go to Social Planner. We don't have anything connected actually. So let me just go to campaigns, but it does the same exact thing inside of there. I'm going to go into an unnamed campaign that you have in here. And anytime I want to use the content AI because I want it to write certain things, again, just like in the funnel, you highlight over it, you hit the little icon here, hit generate from with AI, give it the kind of content, introduction, testimonial, discount, reoccurring newsletter, contest giveaway, other, promote my med spa, all right, offer the ZO peel. All right, select the writing tone, has persuasive. Again, we're gonna make the contact medium, and then we're gonna have 3 variations. I think it needs a little bit more, possibly, where we are offering a $100 discount for everyone. All right, I'm gonna add a keyword, which is gonna be ZO peel. And why am I not generating? Hold on, something's wrong here. Generate, there we go. And it's gonna give me, like before, again, I was like not spending any real time with it, but it adds any content you have here. You have this ability to do this in here. You have the ability of doing it in the funnels, and you have the ability of doing it in social media management, in your social planner and everything else. But look, not for nothing, I wrote the whole thing. I didn't even do anything. I would just go in there and modify, choose the content and keep modifying it to be whatever I want. I can regenerate it and so forth and so on. You would be charged for this generation if you didn't have the unlimited plan like I just did. And again, if you want to go over those charges, remember I kind of showed you, if I go to AI employee under the support docs, it talks about the individual charges that you will get. But if you use the unlimited, which is what we did, we went to the plan. Again, every plan is going to be different priced on the agency that you're working with, but it's going to be unlimited usage, you name it, you got it there, right? And the image is the only thing that I can't figure out how to create. So let's see if I can create an image. So if I come in here and I go to an image, is there an AI creation somewhere in here? I don't know how to create the image just yet, but I'll look it up and figure it out. But again, you can come here. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is right there. Okay, so when I select the image and I come in here, I can create the image using AI. Picture of a med spa, realistic. All right, let's just see. Generate. They put glowing visor with a robot, but whatever. We just wanted an example there. I just wanted to find it. I didn't know where it was. Right, cool, pretty cool image. You could use it, not use it. You get my point, right? But again, where to find it? I went into the image area. I moved it over. I came in here. I hit the little pencil mark, and here was the image. Now, I believe in funnels. Let's see if we can do that too in funnels. So if I go to site, I go to that listable basic site that we just kind of did. And if I come in here, let's see if it does it too. It might not. Let's see. Be cool if it did. So if I go into the element and images, okay, it adds these images. Okay, not really what I'm looking for. Let's try elements. If I click and move an image over, if I click on the image, does it give me the same option? No, see, it's supposed to, but I don't know for whatever reason it's blocked on mine. So I know we can do it in social media, and I know we can do it here, but again, I guess it's still working on getting it in here for that, and this might be coming out very shortly. Again, this is the super beta model, and you guys got first access to it. So in essence, we covered everything. I hope this was pretty informative. We'll do longer videos as we create different automations and stuff and as we keep diving in. Now remember, this is still very much kind of in the early stages of development, but man, this is pretty darn far ahead of anything that I was experiencing and that I had plans for. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for the next one.